All right, welcome to X1 World. Like you all know, always giving it to you exactly how it is. Like you all know, it's Chelsea World. We always drop it to you exactly how it is. Whole lot in the building from Isak, Nicholas Jackson, McGuehi, Hatto, Xavi Simon. Whole lot. We're gonna be taking them one after the other. Latest today, as it sounds today, is that Chelsea is ready to give in the service of, Raheem Stanley, Nicholas Jackson, and £70 million for the service of Isak to Chelsea. Early yesterday, Fabrizio came out to say that Chelsea is not interested in the service of Isak, and it is what it is, but an article this morning, I have to tell you the truth, a short article where I always get my source from for Chelsea News, says that Chelsea is ready to give out Nicholas Jackson, Ryan Stanley, and £70 million for the service of Isak. Chelsea fans, I would like to hear from you what you think in the comment section. What do you think about this deal? But right now, we move straight up to the latest in the transfer news. Hatto to Chelsea, Xavi Simon to Chelsea. These two dudes, the deal is massively on, according to Fabrizio Romano. There's a whole lot of ups and downs in the deal, but as it stands right now, they are advancing massively in the talk. The talk is still on, and as it stands, anything you hear now, it might be here we go. Because when we talk about personal terms with player and the club, it is done. The player, the personal term issue with the players is already settled, and the players are ready to move. In fact, as you're hearing now, Xavi Simon is pushing very, very hard with his team that they want to move to Chelsea, that they need his service sharp, and Hatto also has concluded the discussion with Chelsea. So, as it stands right now, the deal to Chelsea is a very close one. But that's not all. There is a new one again. Kenan Yildiz of Juventus. Yes, Kenan Yildiz of Juventus. Chelsea went for the service of Kenan Yildiz of Juventus to about €65 million. But Juventus was fast enough to say no. Kenan Yildiz, fantastic player, he was fantastic in the World Club Cup. I must tell you the truth, and I don't know this dude before, but I have to tell you the truth. When I took time to watch his clips and his performance, man, I get to know that, man, this guy is a fantastic player, and that's why Juventus is saying no. But notwithstanding, Juventus is preparing a new offer for him, to block any incoming. Like you all know, this is transfer window. Anything can happen, and if a player says he wants to go, just like the issue of Isak, like you all know, Isak, Newcastle is really battling us in the issue of Isak. They never knew Isak is going to come out this boat and say he wants to leave. And as it stands right now, Newcastle has no choice. Newcastle is expecting about £150 million. If they get that source, that kind of money, which we are expecting Liverpool to take that step, because Liverpool has been in the front runner of the service of Isak before signing Hugo Ekitike. Like you all know, €95 million Hugo Ekitike is done and dusted by Liverpool, and Liverpool is still coming for the service of Isak, and that's what it is. And we move. That's not all. Kind of Chukwuemeka might be going to Leipzig. That's what it is. Kind of Chukwuemeka, as it stands right now, Leipzig won the service of kind of Chukwuemeka, and but they say they want these deals to be a separate deal. The deal of Xavi Simon is going to be a separate deal, and the deal of Kana Chukwuemeka is going to be a separate deal. That's what it is, And as it stands, whole lot is still on the ground. The issue of Nicholas Jackson, Nicholas Jackson to Manchester United is not done and dusted, Anything can still happen, and Nicholas Jackson can still move the other way as it stands right. And that's not all. We're still talking about Dewsbury Hall. Fulham is coming for the service of Dewsbury Hall also, and also coming for the service of, Ryan Stanley, who Chelsea is ready to let go. Chelsea board have said they are ready to cash in £20 million for the service of, Ryan Stanley, and that's what it is. But the issue right now is that Fulham is coming for the loan deal of, Dewsbury Hall or Ryan Stanley, and Chelsea said no. Right now, Chelsea wants to balance their sheet. Chelsea is selling; they are not ready for loan. That's what it is as it stands right now. Chelsea want the cash for any of this player. If you want to buy Nicola, if you want the service of Dewsbury Hall, you're definitely going to pay. But for me, as a Chelsea fan, I must tell you the truth. Dewsbury Hall is a fantastic player, and he's a very humble player, and he doesn't worry at all. This is what I love about him, and that's why most time when they talk about selling Dewsbury Hall, I don't really like it. I would like to hear from the comment section, Chelsea fans. What do you think about Dewsbury Hall? Is Dewsbury Hall supposed to stay, or are we supposed to sell him? Another player I want to talk about is Maguire. Maguire, the young dude, Chelsea board has told, the transfer board, clubs coming for the service of Maguire that Maguire is not for sale. All you can get Maguire service for is for loan. It is only loan. Fabrizio Romano also says that he can only get the service of Maguire for loan. As far as selling is concerned, he is not for sale. That young dude is a young prospect, that is a future prospect that Chelsea doesn't want to let go. And it is what it is, whole lot, Morgan Rogers is also on the bill of Chelsea in case Xavi Simon, if there's an issue. But to be frank, as a Chelsea fan, I have to tell you the truth. I don't want that service of Morgan Rogers, because of what is in between the light of UEFA. UEFA is torchlighting Chelsea and they are torchlighting Aston Villa, that monitoring them because of PSR rule and stuff like that. So I wouldn't want anything to have to do with we registering a player in Champions League. I don't want trouble. So for me, I would want them to let Morgan Rogers be, and that's what it is. Garnacho is also in the bill. Like I told you last time, Manchester United said they are ready to cash in for £14 million in Garnacho, and I have to tell you the truth, Chelsea board has never said no to the issue of Garnacho, so anything can happen. If you hear that Chelsea has gotten the service of Garnacho, don't be surprised. But I would want to know from you also, Chelsea fans, what do you think about Chelsea in this? If Chelsea is going for the service of Garnacho, what do you think? Is he a prospect one, or do you think Chelsea is not supposed to go for the service? This is what it is, like you all know, it's X1 World. All you need to do is subscribe at my YouTube channel. Where's my YouTube channel? Brendan Nwawulu. That's my YouTube channel. That's my YouTube channel. And you go to Facebook, you find Brendan. That is the Facebook. And like you all know, TikTok, we're there. Instagram, we're there, We're expecting you. Your presence and your support means so much, Without you subscribing, without you liking, without you commenting, it means what we're doing, we ain't doing nothing. I love you all. Stay blessed. Excellent word.